almost got scammed pretty badly. We almost lost $18,000 because of a seemingly master manipulator customer. Crazy situation. I'm going to tell you how it happened, what happened, and how you can prevent the same thing from happening to you. I just want to make a short message first and just let people know that I do not wear the same damn Nike Dry Fit shirt every video, okay? If it is the same shirt, it's been washed, but my closet looks like SpongeBob on one side. It's nothing but Nike Dry Fit apparel. It's the same black, gray, white, and blue shirts. So I might wear a different one for every single video, but just know this is not the same stinky, musty shirt that I just keep putting back on. Anyways, how I almost got scammed out of 18 grand, or how my company almost got scammed out of 18 grand, I should say. This short story is going to be an example of why it is so important to have things like contracts, proposals, terms and conditions, contracts with your credit card processor and bank fully understood, and also fully understanding a process of if things do go bad, if they have to go to litigation or anywhere there in between. So, started out, a company came as a referral to us about a year ago, we'll say. And it was another customer who said, hey, so-and-so, I worked with them. I'm not sure if they had actually done any projects yet. They were in the construction industry. They go, hey, we worked with this company. We're going to work with this company. They really need marketing really badly. They're actually looking for someone. I mentioned you guys. He's going to give you a call. I'm like, sweet. Talked to the dude a year ago. Him and his business partners. They had a seemingly normal operation. They were out of state, not far away, but out of state nonetheless, a couple hours away from us. And basically, they wanted the full package. They wanted to do a brand new website. They wanted to run Facebook ads, Google ads. They wanted us to manage their social media. It was going to be something worth our time. We were going to go fly out and or drive out and do a full media shoot with my video guy. And, we were excited about the client. So anyways, we don't hear back from the guy for maybe 2-3 months. Then it turns into 4 months. Then, I threw it as one of those, it happens, people say they're ready to go. They say they want to do it and you don't hear from them because they're really not about it. They really just wasted your time. So I'm just blowing it off to that. I'm thinking the dude just wasted our time. Whatever, is what it is. So randomly shoot him a text message from my work phone. That's how we had been communicating mostly. I was at least on a text message basis with him at this point. Hit him up. All of a sudden, he's all about it again. And it was the slow season. It was winter. He's sorry. He had a lot going on in the company. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really give a shit, nor did I believe him. But again, don't care. He's interested now. Let's get back on the wheel. So we have a few more meetings. We meet with his partners again. They're ready to go. To the point where he's saying, can we get it done quicker? I'm telling him we have quite a few projects. This was the first quarter of this year. We were slammed. Everybody wants to start projects the first quarter because it's everybody who should have did it the last half of last year. So we're slammed. He calls in like April. I bend and break for him. We start his project literally pretty much immediately. So basically what had happened is we start with the website because he had nothing to run ads to yet. So it's 2 phases. Website, launch the website, and then immediately start running ads once the site is live, landing pages are up, all that good stuff happens. We build the entire website. I've talked to this guy the entire time. He might be in the top 3 most talked to customers of all time. He's texting me, he's emailing me, he's calling me. There's some weeks where I talk to this dude literally 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 days out of the week. Now, we get a lot of business because we're very personable with customers and we're literally people talk directly with me and my partner. We don't, put you on like an account manager unless it's just a really small account. But for marketing retainers like this guy, that's kind of part of the game and part of our thing. So it's a lot of work, but he's paying us good, and we're hoping that we're going to expand on this because it's also a profit-driven monthly retainer. We got a base plus a percentage of what the leads are going to bring in. So anyways, website is sick. honestly one of my favorite websites I've done in this industry, and I've done quite a few. And it was a sick website. Everything looked great. Um, the whole process was just great. To be honest with you, the customer had already paid uh, half of the website. Then they decide they want to launch ads. Can we launch them before the website launches? I'm like, we really should wait, but let me see. Talk with my web devs, talk with my partner. We go, you know what we can do? We're going to spin up some landing pages. We'll run ads to the landing pages. So we make them some really sweet landing pages. They look good. We're all on the same page. No less than 48 hours later, I get a text saying, hey guys, not sure what happened. Haven't heard from you guys in months. Haven't seen a single thing done. I think we're going to have to pull the plug on the contract. And I'm like, I literally didn't know what to say. I had no clue. I'm looking at it like, is my phone glitching? Did he send this to the wrong person? Like, he literally had just texted me 3 days earlier, this huge sentimental, borderline weirdish text of how he loves that he found us and we're going to take his business to the next level and for believing in him and all this weird shit, but whatever. He was, people's thoughts get misconstrued over text. He's a very nice and expressive guy. And I was like, we're super locked in. So this was a complete shock. So I say, this is a complete shock to me. What are you talking about? He goes, well, nothing's been done on the website. We haven't seen a single thing. So I just respond and say, James, we met this date, and this date. You approved this, and this. You loved this, and this. He still says we haven't seen anything. I send him screenshots of him praising me for the work we've done. I show him a link to the website and logs of him viewing the website. I show him emails of him saying he loved the website, he loved the ad creatives we came up with, and the landing pages. And he's just like, you know what, guys? At this point, they've paid us $18,500, $18,500. He still owes us another like $6,000 for the remainder of what was due for the website work. We weren't going to charge it till the website launched. He goes, I'll tell you what, guys. Give me back $6,000 and you can keep the rest. It was like $12,000. I'm like, no. How about you can pay us the rest of the $6,000 that you owe, and if you want to cut the marketing, that's fine. But we're not playing the game. Like I said, this is non-negotiable. I'm not asking. I'm telling you, you are not getting a dime back. You owe us. So either you can pay that, or we're going to cut communications. You can talk to our lawyer from now on. He sends some more BS, and that was literally the last communication I had. Made the mistake of accepting the Amex for this project. I don't remember who collected the payment, how we collected it, or whatever, but usually for projects over a certain amount, we do wires. And we do that to protect both us and the customer. So probably due to how personable we were with this guy, let him use credit card. He disputes them. He disputes all the charges. They reverse the full $18,000 from the account. They reverse it. We are beyond pissed off. Beyond pissed off. We just did months of work. At this point, like 2 months worth of work. Wasted all this time on this idiot who now has gotten his money back instantly from Amex, and we're left with the dispute process. And this is where I want to tell you guys why it is so important, so important to have your contracts and understand how your payment structures work. Luckily, the contract, which I personally went over and drafted with a lawyer, saved us a lot. It said that he owed half the money up front. He owed the rest before the website launched. It had timelines. It had what would happen if the customer didn't pay. It had every term I could have in there. And even that we could charge his card on file that he put in the proposal should we need payment in the future and should there be a retainer. So there was a lot more to the contract. I might do a video on just how to draft customer contracts and things to put in, things to exclude. Not a lawyer, by the way, but know a fair amount about it. So we go to our credit card processor. And by the way, never work with Stripe, because after this situation and a few other ones, not dispute related, but I just wouldn't recommend Stripe. They're good until they're not, and then they'll catastrophically screw up your cash flow and running credit cards should the smallest thing go wrong. They wanted specific things. They said there's near zero chance you'll get this dispute, but all I need is 1% and I'm going to make it happen. They asked me for IP logs showing his IP address accessing the site. They asked for customer communication. They asked for invoices. They asked for signatures. They asked for payment receipts. I, to the T, gave them IP addresses and login dates, screenshots of him and me on a Zoom looking at the website, at the ads, at everything, email communication, the signed invoice, and the signed proposal that he originally signed. Every single thing to a T. Stripe still declined me. They declined it. They said the evidence wasn't sufficient. I literally gave them indisputable evidence. For every box was checked. This had to be the most complete dispute they've ever received for a digital product. Long story short, we only got our money back because we knew somebody who worked at Stripe and they were able to have somebody actually look at it that wasn't just a VA from the Philippines and was an actual rep in the US who could actually give us details of the account. Long story short, we got the money back. We came back whole. But it caused a considerable amount of wasted time, which was wasted money. And to further go into it, my bad, the camera died. Anyways, so in the meantime, while I'm waiting to figure out if we're going to get scammed or not, I look up this guy. I do some research through my sneaky ways. And wish I would have did this a couple months earlier because what I find is crazy. He's under FBI indictment for stealing $24 million. Well, actually, they said him and his partner stole $24 million. He only stole $9 million. Scamming old people into buying and taking medications they didn't need in Florida with some elaborate insurance scam. I don't even know. I know this guy wasn't the mastermind because he wasn't even smart enough to do this. But bottom line, the reason I didn't hear from him that first time we had talks for 3-4 months, he was in jail. He was in Florida in jail. He fled to Cleveland. He wasn't even supposed to be operating a business. Basically, what he's trying to do with that company that he hired us for marketing is make as much money under the table as possible because he's probably going to snitch and have to pay back a bunch of people he ripped off with the fines and all the other punishments. And yeah, FBI indictment. He stole $9 million. He tried to steal $18K more from us, but it's very, very hard to scam or trick us because I've been through so much stuff throughout the years, even though I'm not that old, that I am more so suspicious of people until they prove themselves different. And this was just a case where, you know, what are you going to do? You can't do a background check on every single customer. It shouldn't be the way it is, but in this particular instance, should I have looked up his company and stalked who he is and if he's a good guy or not? No. I mean, that's just a waste of time for most people, but just goes to show that you still need to have your stuff in order so that should this situation happen, you don't get scammed. If I didn't get back that 18K, we would have been pretty pissed. And there wouldn't have been much we could do about it. Taking him to small claims court, we would have been at the back of the line behind everybody else he scammed. So watch yourself. Make sure your contracts are locked down. Make sure you get signatures. Make sure you understand how your credit card processor and the banks work. And do not get played. Have a good one.